What a coincidence, Master Rowan. Fancy meeting you here.
I saw you in Northville. The guy from the Heroic Order and the Mage. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Rowan of the Mithril Consortium. We didn't get a chance for introductions earlier. Thanks for helping with the Wind Elemental. Otherwise, it wouldn't just be my goods that were lost, but my life. Northville's rich in wheat. That's where Ryeham got its name. I went out of my way to Northville to buy 3 carts of the best wheat, but it all got burned by the Scarlet Sorceress. My whole business venture has been upended. And now this bridge is causing me trouble. I'm trying to figure out what to do next. I heard that Southville's gemvine grapes are worth their weight in gold, so I wanted to check them out. But the bridge is up, and no one can get across.
It looks like someone deliberately sabotaged the mechanism. The lever's broken. Could be bandits who did this, or it could be someone else. Anyway, how much do you know about machinery? Seems like the all-knowing Magister has finally met her match.
I know a little. The Mithril Consortium handles loads of machinery orders, but we don't currently have any spare parts. To replace the broken lever, we need a wooden stick of a specific hardness and durability. We'll also need a lubricant.
Oh, in an emergency, I know that the juice of glowfly fruit can be used as a lubricant.
All right! Gruglins often hoard glowfly fruit near the camp. Glowfly fruit has that sweet and sour flavor. So good when you can find it.
Gruglins! Yes! The long sticks they carry could be used as a lever. We'd be killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
There's nothing to negotiate. I need to cross the bridge too. And there's no way I can deal with those Gruglins by myself. So let's work together to collect the materials. Then I'll repair the mechanism and everyone's happy. What do you think?
There's no time to waste. Quick! Let's go find a Gruglin's club and some ripe glowfly fruit.
No wonder you're General Hogan's friend. You both can hold it down in a fight. If you weren't in the fight, both the villagers here and my salary would have suffered. Who knows? Maybe I would have run away. Or perhaps I would have shielded you until I fell. I'm just joking. Let's go. We have things to do.
There are Gruglin camps everywhere. Seems like the harvest may not be safe, even without the Scarlet Sorceress. Oh, you're not from around here, so perhaps you haven't heard the local legend. It's said that the great Magister Merlin blessed this place. Or protected it or something. I don't really understand magic.
So you're here buying goods because of a legend?
Relying on these legends or stories is actually an effective marketing strategy. But that's not why I was there. I just wanted to get some information on regions near Hollowstone and see if I could open up a new trade route. The soil in Ryeham is particularly fertile. Its crops, flour, and bread are well known throughout the Lightbearer Empire. But later, I found out that the change in weather had reduced Northville's wheat yields. Difficult transportation in the region meant that Ryeham wheat has become a luxury that only nobles can afford. So I wondered if I could expand the market and increase sales. However, that's right! That blasted Scarlet Sorceress!
Calm yourself, Master Rowan. It's better than losing your life to bandits.
That makes sense, I guess.
No need to look so glum. What are a few shipments of wheat compared to the massive fortune you have? I still remember when the Heroic Order came to clean things up, and you had the Consortium send over wagons of swords as a thank you gift.
That was completely different, Mr. Valen. The gift to the Heroic Order was to express my gratitude and cement our relationship. However small or great the value, it was totally reasonable. That's right. Kindness, friendship, and favors are all well and good, but business is another matter entirely. Even the smallest loss must be precisely recorded and analyzed. Speaking of which, the acquisition process in Northville was more unpleasant than expected. Most were friendly, though a few of them needed an attitude adjustment. There are no laws against price gouging, but it was less about selling goods and more like driving customers away. It was the same when the first fire broke out. A few of them just stood by the side of the road, and they didn't even try to help, like it wasn't even their village.
Strange indeed. The people of Northville are very united and care greatly for their fields and homes. They wouldn't be indifferent to anything that happens in the village. Never mind. Our priority is to gather materials right now. Everything else can wait until we're across the bridge.
Great! Now we can get across to Southville. Why do you look unhappy, Rowan?
Well, it's because of the bridge. It was all too easy to stop traffic between the two places. All you have to do is break the lever. I was able to repair it this time, but it'll be a problem for caravans in the future. Yes, a bridge that can be rendered uncrossable so easily, as well as an unsafe business environment. I need to reevaluate my business venture.
A mage wearing a hat, with a family through the sewer grates. A tattered robe he never washes, but he's always eating grapes. Ding, 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 this ain't so swell. His lordship beat him, made him yell.
With everything that's been happening recently, can't you just be good and stay in the village?
No! Malcolm said the lake's frozen over. I have to go see it. You may not care, Grandpa, but I've never seen a frozen lake.
You don't understand anything. That just means it's cold. And what's so good about that? Those Northville folks refuse to listen to Lord Franz's advice. And even Merlin's magic can't protect them anymore. I forbid you from going to Northville.
No, these baskets of gemvine are the wrong weight. I told you Lord Franz is personally coming to inspect the village. I won't be able to protect you if he finds that people are secretly eating and hiding the produce. What? Lord Franz is coming himself? All gemvine grapes belong to Lord Franz. They're worth more than gold. Wait a minute. You're not Lord Franz's spy, are you? What? I'll make up for the missing grapes. Please don't tell Lord Franz.
You're here! I hope there's no trouble on the road. I'm looking into the bandits around here. Did you encounter any on your way? I chased them all the way, and thought they all retreated. Some of them must have slipped by me. Well, here's the odd thing. The Heroic Order receives several reports a week from Northville, mostly about bandits or Gruglins. The villagers are miserable. By comparison, the area around Southville isn't that much better than Northville, if not worse. But the Heroic Order never got any of their reports. Isn't that strange? Around here, Gruglins are more aggressive, and bandits are more numerous. But no one reports anything. Either the Gruglins and bandits are so bad that they wiped out all of Southville's villagers and left no witnesses, or Southville follows Lord Franz's orders. They dug up their wheat fields and planted grapes instead. Now their lives are peaceful. What a coincidence. The nobility all have their secrets, but Lord Franz's secrets seem just a bit more interesting.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Valen, but can we go talk somewhere else? You do smell the horrible stench coming from the cave, don't you?
Yes, I do, Miss Hammy.
So... wait. You don't mean that you want to go in there, do you? That cave smells so bad it would knock out a gang of Gruglins.
My dear Miss Hammy, I'm afraid you are right again. Everything points to this cave as the source of the stench and the whereabouts of the bandits. I've come this far already. I need to see it through. Sometimes it's better to rip off the bandits quickly. Come on, let's hold our noses and march right in.
Okay. If Chippy and Valen are both going inside, then so can I. There's nothing I can't endure for the Magister. Let's go.
Look, Magister! A Gruglin mask! Lots of Gruglin masks! The smell seems to be coming from over there.
Even though they smell like they haven't been washed for a decade, some of the masks have very fine patterns and feel quite well made.
Yes, it's a shame some of them are damaged, or they'd have fetched a good price. Don't be so surprised. Some collectors or researchers like these kinds of things, but you won't get much for damaged ones. But I've got a strange feeling. You know that those bandits like to bully the weak, but they wouldn't have provoked the Gruglins for no reason. They're no pushovers, after all. Although it's hard to communicate with the Gruglins. There are loads of them, and each one is as strong as an ox. But look at these masks. They can't all be hand-wrapped gifts from the Gruglins, right?
Mr. Valen, didn't you say that, despite so many Gruglin camps nearby, there were very few reported attacks in Southville? Could Lord Franz have paid the bandit to deal with the local Gruglins and keep Southville undisturbed?
That's it, Miss Hammy. That's the only possible explanation. Hiring mercenaries requires a contract, but by hiring bandits, Lord Franz could deny all accountability and even accuse them of stealing his property. That's actually ingenious. If that's really what he was up to, I might have to change my opinion of him.
Magister, look! These bags all have the same pattern on them.
But it's not a decoration. It's the family crest.
Yes, and it's the crest of our cocky friend, Lord Franz. Correct. These are money bags that Lord Franz and his estates used to settle their accounts.
What are they doing here? Did the bandits rob Lord Franz? Are all of these stolen?
No, if any of his gold was stolen, Lord Franz would be knocking on the doors of the Heroic Order and asking Valen and the other knights to catch these bandits. I think I've got it. The bandits didn't steal the money. Lord Franz must be paying them to leave Southville alone.
No way! If that's true, then the bandits are being paid by Lord Franz! Wait! You don't think he ordered the attack on Northville?
That's gotta be it. He ordered the bandits to leave Southville alone and attack Northville because they weren't giving in to his demands. That's why we seldom received reports from Southville. However, this is all still speculation. It's a big cave. Let's keep looking for more clues. What a coincidence running into you here, Rowan. How's your business venture going?
Not great. The Southville villagers won't talk to an outsider about the Gemvine grapes. I've got to think of something else. When I was looking around, I discovered that the Gruglins and bandits are no fewer than in Northville. It's strange that Southville still managed to ensure their harvest, even when surrounded by so many enemies.
It might stink in there, but it's not dangerous. Lord Franz and the bandits may have colluded, but our discoveries have not amounted to any conclusive evidence.
I see. No wonder the steward of Lord Franz's manor assured me of everything. He guaranteed that if I were to acquire Gemvine grapes from Lord Franz, the trade route would be undeterred by incidents, such as the bridge malfunctioning or miraculous fires. Speaking of which, you all probably know that the wheat yields in Northville have declined due to the cold weather. However, grapes tolerate the cold even worse than wheat. So surely the Gemvine grapes would be affected. I asked Lord Franz's steward about it, but he just told me not to worry, because there would soon be enough fertile land for a better harvest. Perhaps Lord Franz started the fire in order to purchase...
And this beautiful field is the work of Archmage Merlin. She once cast a protective spell here, so our crops thrived.
So, this place is under Merlin's protection? Cold, dark, empty. This place doesn't feel right. This can't be Merlin's magic.
And you are?
I'm Cassidy, a simple mage.
Help! Someone help me! These Gruglins are crazy!
Oh, thank goodness. If you hadn't saved me, I'd already be digesting in their bellies. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lorson.
Hang on, Lorson. Are you saying they were about to eat you?
Absolutely. They were even sharpening their knives.
Gruglins are carnivores. Their diet only consists of herbivores smaller than themselves. You clearly only fit one of their criteria, Lorson. There has to be a reason for their abnormal behavior.
How about we show some concern for the innocent little rabbit here? After such a long journey, I haven't even had a drink. Hang on. Look at all the grapes here. A few of these would do.
Hold it right there!
Oh, they're so sweet. These are amazing. Oh, something's not right. My stomach, it hurts. Oh, it's bad. Help me!
Is he still alive?
tell me. Is this poor bunny gonna live?
He's in fair condition, but most likely some type of poison. Initial symptom was fainting. His complexion is presently rosy.
Such a quick reaction. Are you sure it's not fake?
Unconfirmed. Could be related to your constitution. This requires further study. We need to investigate this more closely. Please, sir, could you give us a bunch as a research specimen?
Not a chance.
Lord Franz, why don't you eat a bunch right here and prove it's okay?
Ridiculous. I'm under no obligation to prove anything to you.
Lord Franz, I swear it's just for research. Once we have the results, I'll make a special mention of you in my thesis.
Someone! Get these gibbering lunatics out of my sight! Don't try to escape.
Strange. Something's not right.
Ah, young Master Rowan. I'm sorry for letting these louts disturb you. I'll make them pay.
I'm not talking about them. I think these people from Southville, I've seen them somewhere before.
How could that be? Why, I'm sure you're just a little confused because you were scared. Well, you uncivilized rabble. You will pay for this.
Everyone, please come here. Abra... Cadabra. We've arrived. How are you all?
Fine. Just dizzy. And...
Don't vomit on my skirt!
Wonderful. If it's only vomit, then it's fine.
Only vomit? And it's fine? Lady Mage, are you saying you've seen worse?
Actually, teleportation magic isn't my strong suit. It needs precise positioning, and I don't really know my way around here, so sometimes there may be small errors.
If I may be so bold, these small errors you mentioned don't include death or decapitation, do they?
Oh, nothing that serious. I've repeatedly verified that at most a limb or an internal organ may be lost, but it's all easily fixed if promptly dealt with.
Please, tell us about this sort of thing in advance next time.
Hopefully there won't be a next time.
Magister, I bet you know just the thing to treat the side effects of teleportation magic, don't you? There are lots of herbs nearby. They can be made into medicine that can make everyone feel better. Just leave the others to me, Magister. I'll keep an eye on them while you go gather the herbs. Here we go, everyone! A freshly brewed magical potion courtesy of the Magister. Drink up and you'll be cured!
Oh, that's awful! My tongue! If none for some reason. But even so, my head does feel a lot clearer. Miss Arte above, I think I can actually make it back to the Dark Forest.
This is the first time I've ever encountered this kind of potion. You truly are amazing, Magister. There are so many formulas, recipes, and spells to learn out here in the world. I knew it was the right decision to leave the Lyceum and follow in the footsteps of the great Merlin.
You're following in Merlin's footsteps, you say? Miss Cassidy, did you by any chance come to Ryeham just to study Merlin's ward?
That is correct, Hammy. I've been researching Merlin's spells and methods for some time now. I heard that Merlin once created a ward so powerful that she was able to make Ryeham, which was once barren, into a bountiful haven for its people. I came here with the express purpose of locating and studying this magical ward. Her magic can only be described as a work of art. Every spell is meticulous, seamless, and perfect in every way.
Yes, yes, yes! I totally agree!
Really? I'm so glad to meet a familiar with such discerning taste, Hammy. You as well, Magister. As a scholarly mage yourself, surely you must understand my enthusiasm. I knew you were one of her fans. I think this is the start of a beautiful friendship. Oh, apologies. Did I come off as too excited just now? It's just that Merlin has always been my guiding star since I started studying magic. A mentor whom I've never met. In any case, I'm certain that my understanding of magic will reach even greater heights once I get the chance to analyze her ward. However, there's something strange about the magic in the lands surrounding Southville. Something really discomforting. Merlin's magic usually feels so warm and pure. It's nothing like the magic in these parts. Which is why I've decided to head north and investigate. It was nice meeting you all today. I must be leaving now, but I hope we will meet again someday.
Should we also go north and look around? We were all in a hurry earlier because of the fire. We might have missed something.
Wait, everyone! Wait for me! I just remembered something. I recognized some of those thugs that Lord Franz hired. On the day of the fire, they claimed to be Northville villagers. They refused to do business with me and even gloated when the fire broke out. Are you planning to go back to Northville and investigate? Please, bring me along! I want to get to the bottom of this, too.
The Gruglins are even more erratic than usual. Could these grapes be the reason? What kind of grapes can send these creatures into such a frenzy?
It's so cold! This weather makes me want to hibernate.
I'm convinced the change in weather caused the Southville grape yields to plummet. So Lord Franz wanted to seize land in Northville.
I've tried those grapes, and they're really not very good. Who would buy them?
From my understanding, most of these grapes are purchased by the Adamant Syndicate.
Adamant Syndicate. Yes. I heard about them in the capital. A merchant guild that grew quite powerful recently.
Yes, the Adamant Syndicate is a famous merchant guild in Asperia. They've been looking to surpass us and establish a monopoly. In the past, the Mithril Consortium hardly took notice of them. But now, they're almost on even footing with us. It pains me to say it, but I must admit that they are extremely talented when it comes to doing business. I, however, have no interest in these grapes, as only the nobility can afford them. I only care about the wheat production in Northville. When the wheat is ground into flour and baked into bread, its deliciousness has the potential to reach every single home in Asperia. But with the weather growing colder by the day, there's no telling what will become of Ryeham. It's possible that this year's harvest, however poor, was the final gift these lands had to offer.
No way! We're gonna put a stop to this crazy weather and bring the warmth back to Ryeham.
That's right! And we'll start by finding the real culprit. Chippy won't forgive anyone who burns down the fields that Magister Merlin worked so hard to protect.
You two are awfully spirited today. We heard what the furballs had to say. What do you think? Though I suppose anyone would be upset after seeing the destruction of something they once protected. Relax. Forget I said anything.
Can you youngsters be a little more low-key? I remember your faces. You were there when we were putting out the fires. You're back here to investigate what happened, right? I may be old and forgetful, but I assure you that the people you're describing don't live in Northville. Come to think of it, I think Hank saw some outsiders around in the wheat fields that evening. But I'm not sure if those are the people you're looking for. Hank is the only fisherman around these parts. He's got no interest in farming, so he spends his days fishing. If you want to talk to him, keep heading north along the river, and you'll find him up at the lake. Oh, poor Hank's been really worried lately, ever since this cold weather froze the lake over. I don't know the details. You'll have to ask Hank.
Magister, you absolutely have to try this. I've never had tastier bread in my life. The taste, the texture, the aroma, everything about it is perfect. Not even magic could make something this delicious.
Take as much as you'd like. My name is Truman, and I'm the chief of Ryeham. Consider this a welcome, my travel-weary friends.
We're very grateful for the bread, Chief Truman. I can only imagine the complexity of the recipe required to make something this amazing. If you don't mind, could you share the exact formula with me? I need the flour-to-water ratio, proper kneading techniques, and the exact baking time.
You're getting ahead of yourself, young lady. This bread doesn't need a special recipe. The special taste comes from the wheat itself. Many years ago, the legendary mage Merlin saved Ryeham from the clutches of hyperfiends. A powerful spell was cast, and the weather became as warm as autumn all year round.
But I don't sense any trace of magic in the bread at all.
That's because there are none in there. All Magister Merlin did was extend the comfortable season of autumn in these parts. These loaves of bread are the results of the hard work of our farmer, and the gratitude we have for the great Merlin.
But those things wouldn't affect the taste.
I understand this. Where I come from, nature responds to the hearts of the people. The breeze we hear when we greet and embrace our loved ones is different from the breeze we hear when we say goodbye.
I don't understand what you're saying, young man. But I still remember the words Merlin said to me that day. She loved the sight of the autumn wind, blowing through the waves of grain. She hoped it would never fade.
That's my role model. Words of poetry to my ears.
Really?
Before Lord Franz did away with Southville's wheat fields, this golden land was even bigger. If you'd seen it, you would know why Merlin loved the beautiful countryside around here. A pity Lord Franz replaced Southville's wheat crop with grapes. With how long I have left, I wonder if I'll ever see those golden fields again.
Now that you mention it.
Oh, come on. Don't forget what we came here for. We have to keep searching for who's behind the fire at Northville. Let's go.
Please let me join the investigation. These loaves of bread are the embodiment of Magister Merlin's compassion and the hard work and gratitude of the village. I won't forgive anyone who tries to destroy that. Please let me do something to help the place that Magister Merlin once protected.
Why do people keep looking for me? Before the fire, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you're here to interrogate me, just save your breath. Lord Franz didn't send you? Then that's all the more reason for me not to say anything. Since I've already been paid, don't expect me to say anything. Huh, I probably shouldn't have said that. I'll split a portion of my take if you promise not to tell Lord Franz. Instead of pestering me here, why don't you go look around where the fire happened? If you find something, Lord Franz might even reward you.
What happened? Who's that? You were talking to him for a long time.
A fisherman. He knows something, but he doesn't want to talk.
Oh no. At this rate, the evidence may be covered in snow before we find anything. Weren't you investigating the strange weather in Ryeham? Any progress? Do you think he knew you were investigating and is purposefully interfering? If so, someone else may have discovered your true identity. Along with the fire, it's possible that the falling snow was also part of their plan.
What are you whispering about?
Hey, keep those bunny ears out of our conversation. We don't have much time.
Oh, I was about to tell you all something, but after Lorsen's interruption, I've completely forgotten what it was. I'm terribly sorry. You see, before you all arrived, I conducted an experiment here, and the results were completely beyond my expectations. In my experiment, I discovered that Merlin's ward is gradually weakening.
Weakening?
Yes. Not only that, I discovered that another maid attempted to restore the ward, but could not stop it from weakening.
No! How could this be?
Sir Chippy! As a member of the Lyceum, I would never report something unless I was sure.
But how is that possible? No one's ever been able to dispel Merlin's magic.
As an ardent student of magic and all of Merlin's works, I am also in total disbelief. However, I can assure you that I am telling the truth.
Brazen hot magic. I wonder...
I was thinking the same thing. I'm no mind reader. Some things can be reasoned out. Also, after spending this much time together, I can guess what you're thinking.
Tell us, Valen. Who do you think tried to restore Merlin's ward?
Muriel, the Scarlet Sorceress. After being accused of starting the fire, she refused to explain why she was there. There must be something stopping her from telling us. If she was trying to repair the ward, she probably didn't want everyone to know that it was weakening.
I have no idea what any of you are talking about.
Chippy doesn't know either. Strange weather, the fire, the grapes. And now someone is trying to fix Merlin's ward. Oh no! Chippy's brain hurts. Chippy can't figure this out.
Right now, we're still missing that last piece of evidence. I have a feeling that everything will fall into place once we find the real culprit behind the fire.
Then what are we still waiting for? Let's hurry over to the scene of the fire and investigate.
Lord Franz is in cahoots with bandits and standing in our way to the truth.
It looks like our hard work is starting to pay off. We're all thinking the same thing, right? This fire had nothing to do with magic or with any mage. Although fire elementals did appear, it was after the fire started. The fire may have attracted them. Someone else sparked the fire before they showed up. The real culprits were those people we saw in Southville before, Lord Franz's henchmen. Disguised as locals, they infiltrated the village and set fire to the wheat.
The villagers already had a poor harvest due to the cold weather. If Lord Franz burned that wheat, then what are the villagers supposed to sell? That's their only source of income. I can't believe he would resort to such underhanded means just to force Northville to plant his grapes.
While everything is pointing to Lord Franz right now, I think it's still too early to confront him. What we need to do is learn more about those weird grapes.
I've made a preliminary analysis regarding this, if everyone will listen. The magic that surrounds Northville is as clear and pure as spring water, while the magic in Southville, on the other hand, is as thick and muddy as a swamp. The biggest difference between the two is their crops. I suspect that those grapes are responsible for polluting the magic in that area. To test my hypothesis, I'd like to return to Southville to gather some samples.
How are you going to do that when Lord Franz is guarding those grapes so closely? Unless... Miss Cassidy, don't tell me you plan on stealing some.
It's not stealing if it's for research purposes. Besides, I'm only doing this to get closer to the truth. I only need a single tiny grape. No one will ever know it's missing. Then I'll take my leave. May Dura protect you.
Sorry to interrupt, everyone, but I must be going. Muriel is still being held captive by General Hogan. I need to return to Hollystone and clear her of any wrongdoing. But more importantly, I need to apologize to her in person. Lord Franz was the real culprit all along, and I am partly to blame for all of the suffering she has endured.
General Hogan will want to know more about what's happening here. I need to make a trip back to Hollystone as well. Lord Franz will never admit to starting the fire. He holds a lot of power around here. Getting him to confess is something that needs to be discussed with the General. Thanks for the hard work. I'll treat you to whatever you want back in Hollystone. And don't worry, it'll be on the General's dime.
You look tired, friend. I know you've been working hard. Tell me, have you made any new discoveries? So Lord Franz was behind the fire. From behind the scenes, he's been using his wealth to make his puppets do his bidding.
That's exactly what I was afraid of. Unfortunately, there's not enough evidence to charge Lord Franz. Even if we bring witnesses to testify against him, all he has to do is feign ignorance and render our accusations meaningless. We need more conclusive proof, something that even he won't be able to deny.
Before that, let me bring Miss Muriel here first. Now that we know she's not the culprit, she shouldn't be locked up. She got blamed for this. She deserves to know the truth.
Oh my. This is quite the crowd.
I know you don't want to see me right now, Miss Muriel, but I would like to apologize for unjustly accusing you earlier. You see, all of this is...
It's fine. No apologies needed. If anything, I should thank you. If it wasn't for you, she wouldn't be running around for my sake. Isn't that right? I know you never like to say how you actually feel. I know you have questions, but let's meet elsewhere to talk. The gardens to the northwest, maybe. My favorite flowers grow there. And do remember to come alone. Just the two of us. Think of it like a date.
Did she just say date?
Hammy, what's a date?
What? Don't ask something silly like that, Chippy.
Ahem. We should return to the heroic order, Valen. You had something important to report, didn't you?
Not really. Hey, General! Why are you dragging me away?
Wow, it seems like something interesting is happening. Don't worry, I'll keep my ears nice and shut. I swear to Miss Arte that I won't eavesdrop.
You came. You look like you have hundreds of questions to ask me. Just ask. I'm in a good mood. You might even get some answers this time. The ward. So even you're saying it's a ward. It seems you've completely forgotten about the past. From what I understand, this is no mere ward. I once promised a person long ago that no matter who asked, I would never divulge the truth about this. It's something very important. I can say no more. All I can say is that someone is interfering with it. Sadly, I tried, but I couldn't stop it. I'm not sure. The culprits covered their tracks, and I couldn't find any clues. I can't answer that right now. You've asked enough questions. Now, it's my turn. What do you think about the location of our date? Back then, this person would sit here all day and gaze at the river. You guess. If you're right, I'll give you a prize. I wonder. Don't look at me like that. I never said I would tell you if you were right or wrong. You'll know if you guessed right next time we meet. And trust me, there will be a next time. Sometime soon, I'm sure.
In any case, my lady is tending to important business. You may take your leave now, Lord Franz.
Wait! Tell me what you want. I'll give you anything. Just let me see Lady Bala.
Please excuse me. I have to leave to attend some other matters.
Huh. Damn that woman.
There are some things money can't buy. It seems you're still having trouble understanding that, Lord Franz.
You lot again. Such an unseemly group of people. Like diseased rats spreading their plague everywhere they go.
It seems like you're the one being treated like a pest. She wouldn't even see you.
Silence, you vermin. Guards! Scum like you have no business roaming around these civilized streets. My men will teach you not to leave whatever hole you came from. Lady Vala, it's been quite difficult to get a meeting with you, my lady.
You've got some nerve, Lord Franz. Is this how you respond when someone has no time to meet with you? By picking quarrels at their doorstep?
If you misunderstand, my lady, these miscreants were the ones who started the fight, not I.
My noble lady, your eyes are as clear and brilliant as the stars in the night sky. Surely you can see through the lies this man is telling you.
I care little for your petty squabbles. If you wish to continue this farce, I demand that you do it elsewhere. If even one of my flowers gets stepped on, you will all suffer my wrath.
Please don't be upset, my lady. It breaks my heart to see a frown on a face as beautiful and flawless as yours.
I beg your pardon, sir. While you do not wear the armor of the Heroic Order, am I right to presume that you are a member of the Solitaries? Why is someone like you getting involved in petty disputes such as this?
What do you mean, my lady?
Spying, secrets, gossip-mongering. The Solitaries are known to be masters of deception. The Heroic Order are the swords and shields of the nobility. How can one be unaware of those who serve them?
Then it is I who have taken the liberty.
There. Now you sound much more like a solitary.
Hey, Magister! Even though that lady was talking to Valen, why does it feel like she's been staring at you all this time? I totally agree! Oh, she finally looked away. Her stare is so sharp, like a dagger. Chippy's heart almost jumped out of his chest.
Now then, Lord Franz. What could be so urgent that you would disturb me like this?
My lady, I merely wish to extend an invitation to the Golden Banquet. This year's harvest of the Gemvine was quite good. I will host a banquet in celebration. I would like to invite you to come.
I see. Now, if that is all, I'd like to go get some rest. I wish you all a pleasant day and safe travels.
Have you been following me?
Why do you ask? Does the idea frighten you? There are only two kinds of people who receive this kind of special treatment from the Heroic Order. The first are important figures like her over here. The second are greedy, no-good criminals like you.
Ha ha ha! You claim this woman is a person of import? With neither wealth nor title, what makes her any different from the rest of the common rabble?
You bonehead! Do you know who you're talking to? The person standing in front of you is none other than the great and mighty
Chippy! Stop covering my mouth! Just calm down, Hammy.
How can I calm down when someone insults the Magister like that?
Summoning a couple of talking hairballs? All mages are mad. Every last one of you.
You seem to have some experience with mages, Lord Franz. Did you hear that a mage summoned fire elementals in Ryeham on the night of the fire?
Huh. Insinuate all you want. It'll give you a chance to use that crusty brain of yours. Don't overestimate yourselves. Making an enemy out of me is the worst thing you can do.
That man's arrogance knows no bounds. He's been exposed, and yet he acts like nothing has happened. What's this golden banquet that he mentioned just now? He's throwing a feast just to celebrate the harvest?
Didn't hear about that. Lord Franz's manor is like a fortress, and he's never been one to have guests.
So why would he suddenly want to throw a banquet now? I envy the rich sometimes. They'll throw a feast for even the smallest of reasons. But I have a feeling that if we attend the banquet, we might find some new clues. Did you see that gold invitation he gave to the lady? Where can we get ourselves one?
I think I may know someone who can do that for us. Yes, that young man could be our ticket in. We should go see him at the Mithril Consortium.
Have you finished speaking to Miss Muriel? I truly hope she can find it in her heart to forgive me. Wonderful! We have a saying in our family. On the road, everyone is a customer. The Mithril Consortium cannot afford to lose such a customer all because of my personal failures.
You only talk in business terms, don't you? Anyway, did you happen to receive a gold invitation from Lord Franz recently?
Do you mean this? It just arrived. I didn't get the chance to open it yet.
Excellent! Thanks to our friend here, we have a chance of getting into the manor now. Although my orders are to protect her, for the sake of our investigation, I will serve as your personal guard for a time.
Wait. What are you talking about? All of Lord Franz's invitations bear a single person's name, meaning only that person is invited to attend. Even as a member of the Mithril Consortium, I have no way of bringing a guest with me, especially not an entire group of people.
That crafty old man. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to forge invitations for everyone right now.
Forge?
What? Did you think that the Heroic Order was above using tricks like that? However, like I said, we don't have the time. I was thinking the same thing.
Then let us go together. If anything should happen, I could provide some cover.
I won't say no to any help you can provide, but don't expect us to pay you back or anything.
How could I? I just want to help. Besides, this isn't enough to repay you for what you've done for me.
He sure knows how to butter people up. Now that we've decided on a plan, let's start getting ready. Once we're ready, we'll leave immediately.
I apologize for my tardiness. Is everyone all right? That Gruglin just now looked especially tough.
It definitely gave us a challenge. I'm happy to see you again, miss. Did you finish your investigation?
Yes, and I wanted to share my findings with everyone as soon as possible.
Judging from your expression, things must be even worse than we thought.
I wanted to research gemvine grapes to explain the differing flows of magic in the north and south of Ryeham. However, I uncovered the secret of the grapes themselves. I am sure you know, Magister, that these grapes confuse one's mind. They also affect hypofiends.
I can personally attest to that. But why?
Because gemvine grapes are anything but ordinary. They may look like fruit, but they've been heavily augmented by magic. Every single grape contains powerful hypogean magic, which attacks the mind as soon as it is consumed. If my analysis is correct, then With a little refining, these grapes can be used to control other people's minds. And because they're grapes, they can still be used to make things like juice and tarts, making them even harder to detect.
Could all of this have something to do with the Dark Mages?
Dark Mages. I've heard of them before. A group of lawless fanatics who study forbidden magic. But Lord Franz doesn't look like he can use magic at all.
It's possible that Lord Franz is working with the Dark Mages. We need to hurry. Lord Franz is most likely going to target the nobles attending his banquet. We'll be in even more trouble if he manages to take control of them.